welcome to our blending lesson today. So we are working in Unit 1, Week 5. Today is October 9th. Happy Friday. And this week we've been working on those R blends and S blends where you can take two sounds, one of them being an R or an S, and blend them together with another sound to create one more sound or one new sound. And most of the time, it's your shoulder sound because it's going to come at the beginning of a word. So before we get to our words, let's go ahead and practice our high frequency words. I'm going to start at the bottom today. So if you know them, say them. If not, make sure you're paying attention, repeating after me so that you can help yourself own the words. Move, two, remember like the number. Jump, run, two, like also I like apples too. Fun, make, they, be, come, pull, good, out, down, very, up, what, not, school, does. Wonderful. I've been noticing a lot more people are just masters of these words because I see them practicing every day. Thank you. All right, first word, frog. Your turn. Fur, ga, frog. In this word frog, we're putting the F and the R together to make one sound. Fur, fur. And then our wrist sound, fur, ah. And then our wrist sound, ga, frog. So all throughout today's blending, your shoulder sound is going to be in red, your elbow sound is going to be in purple, and your wrist sound is going to be in pink, if that helps. All right, next word, swim. Your turn. Swa, swim. In the word swim, it's an SW. Swa. And then our elbow sound, like the insect card. And here's your wrist sound, the M. Now we can blend. I'm sorry. Swa, swim. Next word, drag. Your turn. Ga, drag. So when I say drag, I hear da, and I hear We can put D, which is da, and R, which is together. Da, der. And then I hear ag. Now we can blend. Ag, drag. Next word, trap. Your turn. Trap. So T says ta and R says We can blend them together. Ta, tur. Yeah, so like I said before, you can also use your stretchy snake just to put these two sounds together, where ta would be your elbow sound or your shoulder sound, and so shoulder, wrist, ta, tur. We don't have a wrist sound because it only has two letters, only two sounds. And he says pa, tur, pa, trap. Next word, grin. Your turn. Grin. Like I have a big grin on my face. G says ga, R says ga, gur. I says gur, N says gur, grin. Thank you so much for using those blending skills. Next word, trot. Your turn. Tur, ah, ta, trot. Tur. Oh, there must be a T and an R because T says ta, R says ta, tur. Ah. T says ta, tur, ah, ta, trot. Next word, crib. Your turn. Cur, crib. C and R is going to make that cur sound. C says ka, R says ka, cur. And our elbow sound, and our wrist sound, cur, crib. Next word, flag. Full, flag. Silly Miss Porter. FL says full is one of those L blends from a couple weeks ago. Full. A says full, fulla. And G says ga, full, flag. Excellent. Next word, drip. Your turn. Drip. So notice when I say drip and drag, I hear the same thing at the beginning. I hear dur. So that must be a DR. Because D says da, R says da, dur. I says dur, durre. P says pa, dur, pa, durip. Next word, trip. Your turn. Tur, pa, trip. So when I say the word trip, I hear ta, T says ta, R says ta, tur. I says tur, turre. P says pa, tur, turip. So I notice when I say turip and drip, those words rhyme. They have the same ending sound, which in this case is rip. The only thing that's different is that beginning sound, the da and the ta. All right, next word, dog. Your turn. Da, dog. D says da. O says da, da. And G says ga, da, dog. So we talked about it a little bit a couple days ago. This is just one dog. Okay, if I want to say that the dish, the bowl, belongs to the dog, I need to have an apostrophe, and I also need to have an S. That's what I have to add in order to say that something belongs to someone. So I can still blend the word. Dogs, okay? But the big difference is if I do not have that apostrophe, this is just more than one dog. But when I put the apostrophe there, it means that something belongs to the dog. All right, next word. Sam. Your turn. Sam. Look at that, a capital S. This must be a name. S says S. A says sa. M says Sam. Okay, so that we know that that's a person, Sam. So what would I need to do if I want to say that's the backpack that belongs to Sam? Shout it out. I would need an apostrophe. Thank you. I saw some lips moving or a hand going up. I would need an apostrophe, and I would need an S. Sam's. So yeah, we'd still blend the word, but without the apostrophe. It's just a room filled with Sams, a bunch of people with the name Sam. But this, with the apostrophe, that's Sam's backpack. All right, excellent. Let's go ahead and do our sentence. Capital I, beginning of a sentence. This is also me talking about myself. I Kinder, high frequency word, can. SW says swa, because S says s. W says wa, swa, swa. I says swa, swe. M says swa, swim. Comma. So if you're writing this, make sure you have your comma there. S and K, ska. S says s, K says ka, ska, ska. I says ska, ske. P says pa, ska, pa, skip. Another comma. Don't forget that if you're writing it. Kinder, high frequency word, and. SP says spa, spa, spa. I says spa, spe. N says spa, spin. All right. Let's see what we have so far. I can swim, skip, and spin. Your turn. Wonderful. So we're going to have a period at the end of that sentence because this, I can swim, skip, and spin, that's one sentence. So that's me saying it to someone else. I'm going to say one more thing to find out if they can do it too. See if you can guess what I might say. Kinder, high frequency word, can. Oh, but it's a capital because it's the beginning of another sentence. And another high frequency word from Kinder, you. Can you? All right, so now comes the tough part. What kind of punctuation will I need at the end of this sentence? Let's read it again just to be sure. I can swim, skip, and spin. We got a period, so we have to stop. Can you? What kind of punctuation? Thumb in the air if you think it's going to be a period. Okay. Thumb in the air if you think it's going to be an exclamation point. Okay. Thumb in the air if you think it's going to be a question mark. Thank you. You are absolutely right. It is going to be a question mark because whoever is saying this is then asking the person if they can also do those things. So I might say, I can swim, skip, and spin. Can you? I could be talking to Hallie and be saying that. I can swim, skip, and spin. Can you do those things, Hallie? Or I'm talking to Aubrey. I can swim, skip, and spin. Can you do those things, Aubrey? So yeah, it's two sentences because we got two pieces of punctuation, two capitals at the beginning. But this is kind of like one statement that you might say to somebody. Kind of like a conversation you might have with someone. All right, excellent. So I can't wait to to hear someone use their super duper big brave voice and use their blending skills to read our board for us. Thanks a lot, guys.